Uh-oh, bit on the flooded side. Good morning, another day in lockdown, another day to get out and run. In today's video, I'm going to go over how I got into running, my achievements of 2020, my current training, and more importantly, my goals for 2021. Welcome back to the channel, hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to another running video. Decided to take this channel on a bit of a different pathway, focus on my running, which may not be to everyone's cup of tea, but if you are new to the channel, welcome. We're now called Ben is Running. Used to make vlogs about being at uni, but now moving towards running videos. So I'm fully kitted out today, got all the layers on. It's about 0 degrees today, so nice and chilly. Got my new hat on that my sister brought me for Christmas. And 3 layers I think. I've also got the running vest on because I thought it might be a bit easier for holding the camera, especially on these sort of longer runs. This morning I'm on a easy run, so again conversational pace, keep it nice and easy, probably around the 16 kilometre mark or 10 miles. I've been a runner for now, I'd say about 2 years. Started properly in around October 2019. I'd always been into fitness. I used to go to the gym a lot when I was at uni, and I was quite into that sort of healthy lifestyle, and it was only when I sort of went to my first park run that I thought, oh, this is quite fun. This is better than just chucking around weights in the gym. And I've been running ever since. But I'd say I finally got into running properly when I moved to Stockholm with my girlfriend Meg. And within the first week I was keen to mix with people, and I thought what better way to do that than join a running club. So I joined Sideline Running Club, which is a Stockholm based running club, which is primarily like a social running club. Yeah, so as I was saying, I moved to Stockholm and I joined Sideline Running Club, running twice a week with those guys, just a nice little sort of hour run. There was 4 groups. You could go in either the quick group, and it went all the way down to beginners, which was good fun. So there's a good mix of all different types of runners there, and that's really where I got into it, and running became part of my weekly routine, and that's where I really started training properly really. I trained towards my first race, which was a 10k race in Sweden, called Huskrosket, I believe, something like that. It was a 10k race, and I ran a time of 38 minutes 35, which was the PB at the time. And just to give you a bit of context, last month I did a 10k race and I ran 32:48, I believe, so quite a bit of improvement since then, which has been good. So after I'd been training with Sideline for a good couple of months, probably about 4 or 5 months, I decided that I wanted to try and take my running a little bit more seriously. So I had a look around for running clubs to join, and I joined a club called Fredrikshof, which is a running athletics club in Sweden. Some really fast guys in that group. It was really good to train with them when I was over there. So just before I left Sweden, I did an ultra marathon. My first ultra, never even run a marathon really, to be honest. It's a bit hilly, struggling a bit, talking as well. Anyway, I ran my first ultra marathon and ended up coming 3rd, which was incredible. It was a bit of a different type of ultra marathon. It was like a lapped course, and with every lap you got faster and faster and faster until you basically got eliminated. And started with about 40 runners, so not a hugely competitive field, but managed to finish and ended up in 3rd place. Finished with a great sprint finish actually, which is one of my fondest memories running so far.
Come on, Ben! Come on! Yes! Woo! Come on! Woo!
And two other just achievements for 2020 came in the last month of the year, in December, where I finally got to go to some races. Obviously we've had the COVID-19 pandemic, so I've not really been able to put any of the training I've been doing into practice. But anyway, there was a break in the lockdown and there was a 5k race that I entered with the goal of running a sub 16. It's been my goal now for, well, sort of 2020 it became a goal of mine, and it's still one I've got to accomplish. So I ran 5k in 16:06, which at the time I was really chuffed with. Big PB, about 40-second PB, but again 6 seconds still to knock off that that time to get under that 16 for 2020. And then 2 weeks later I raced the 10k distance. It was sort of a virtual race put on by my club. We all started in waves of, I think, 3 or 4 runners running around the course in my local area, so it wasn't a proper race as such, but I managed to run 10k in 32:48, which was a bit of a shock really. I went out hard and I didn't expect to be able to carry on, but yeah, I managed to keep it going and finished with a pretty good time. So I was training for a race that was due to take place in March, so in about 3 months' time, which was the Chelmsford Half Marathon, but unfortunately yesterday that was cancelled and moved to October, so I currently don't have any races that I'm training towards, but I'm trying to stay consistent. That's one of my main goals in 2021, which I'll talk about later, is to try and stay consistent with my running. So at the moment I'm running around 100 to 140 kilometers a week, which is sort of the sweet spot for me. I've sort of built it up over the months of running to around that. I'd say at the moment I'm averaging about 120 a week, and within that week I run 3 quality runs. So I do a tempo run on either a Monday or Tuesday, and then a threshold run on a Thursday or Friday. So I do 2 sort of interval type workouts during the week, and then on the Saturday I do a long run, which recently I've tried to sort of pick up the pace a little bit as I move towards that half marathon distance. I will just say I do run in kilometres. Having started my running journey in Stockholm, I started running in kilometres, so apologies if that doesn't make much sense to you. I'll put all the mile conversions on the screen so that you can relate, I guess. Yeah, so at the moment I'm running about 120 kilometres a week. Those 3 quality runs, 2 intervals, 1 long run on the Saturday, and I make sure I have a rest day on a Sunday because I found that's really important for my body, just to completely have a day off from running. I might go for a walk or a cycle or something, but no running at all on a Sunday at the moment, just to give my body that chance to recover properly. So 10k in, 6k to go on this easy run, but my goals for 2020, number 1 is to go back to the 5k and finally get sub 16. Last year I managed 16:06, so I missed out on it by about 6 seconds. I know I can do it, I've got it in me. I've been close to it on some training runs, so hopefully this year sub 16 for the 5k, even hopefully get closer to that 15:30 mark. And the second goal is to keep consistent with my training, even though there isn't any races. So constantly hitting that 100 to 140 kilometers a week, staying consistent, trying to stay motivated. Hopefully the YouTube videos can help, so keep pushing the YouTubes. And finally the third goal is a pretty big goal. Now my race has been moved from March to October, the half marathon. I'm going to set a goal of sub 70 minute for the half marathon, which is a big goal, which means running at about 3:19 pace. Oh, watch just tipped over, 15k out here in the cold. Last k to go. That pretty much is it for today's video. If you want to follow me on Strava, link in description. Let me know your training plans for 2021, and yeah, maybe subscribe to follow my journey. Oh, my lips are so cold I can hardly talk. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you again soon with another one, and have a happy new year.